Lex ID Me, Clean Sweep, and Lexington history. All this and more on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Neil Noah, and this is Lexington Now for the week of July 1st, 2019. Lexington police have launched Lex ID Me to help identify crime suspects. Sergeant Donnell Gordon is here to tell us about it. So, Sergeant Gordon, what exactly is Lex ID Me?
All right, so Lex ID Me, that's what we're calling it. It was actually brought up by our detectives and also some supervisors who have these cases that doesn't meet the Crime Stoppers level of felony charges, but they fell a little bit below that to where we had video surveillance of people and we just did not know who they were. So it was so frustrating knowing that we have this video surveillance and we have a crime that committed, but we just didn't have a name. So our detectives, a lot of times what will happen with these cases is just that they will still continue to investigate them, but they will be put away in the file until this person either committed another crime and we can kind of look at their surveillance and match them up and hold them accountable for those other cases, but it depended on that person committed another crime. So these were cases that we really just had, we needed some help. So we create this tool, Lex ID Me, and we wanted the public to get involved. You know, our whole goal here at this police department, we're dedicated to community policing. So this was a way for us to bring the community in with our social media networks and our city government website, with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Nextdoor. This is a way that we can bring in our community to help us solve some of these unsolved crimes. All you have to do, it's a simple process. It's it's kind of basic. You know, it's one of those things that when something's created, it's like, why haven't we been doing this a long time ago? But you know, and what some people fail to realize is that there's no such thing as a petty crime. When somebody calls the police, that's huge for that individual, and we understand that. So we want to make sure that these crimes that are happening are taken care of. People should, have justice for crimes that are committed against them. Yeah, it's simple. I mean, it's one of these things that you can be sitting down with dinner. It could be a dinner conversation. You can sit down at dinner, at a doctor's office, dentist's office, at the park. It's one of those things that you can sit down, go to lexidme.com. The web page will come up. You click on that page and you scroll down, and then you'll start seeing pictures of individuals that allegedly committed crimes. All you do is click on that picture, and with that picture, there's a case number. There's information about the crime that was committed. And just below that, if you scroll down a little bit more, there's information that you fill out. There's blocks that you fill out. Suspect's name, last name, vehicle description, also any type of extra notes that you can provide, like a place of work, a story that, I know this person from, we shop, or we shop at the same place, we go to the same stores, I've seen this person there. Those are little details that we can follow up on. So it's just pretty much anything that we can follow up on. Right below that, there's information on how you can either optionally fill your name in if you want to. If not, you can leave that blank and submit it to us so it comes in as an anonymous tip. When you actually submit that call, there's a step that happens. It goes directly to the actual detective, and that detective is tied to that case number. So that's why you see the case number at the very top. So it also goes to the supervisor. So that supervisor can look up who's actually handling the case, and he can make sure that case is being followed up. But it also goes to our office, the Public Information Office, so that way we can track that these are actually being followed up, and we can actually take them out once they're actually solved. So there is a process that happens. Once it happens, then these detectives, they go out, they follow up on the tip, and they try to find who this individual is. Right now, we did have one case. It's been out less than a week. We have one case that's actually is pending. So we were able to, we built enough probable cause from a tip to be able to place charges on the individual. So we know it's working. And this morning I've received 6 tips on my email account saying that with information that may provide us to someone else. So it's working. Our community is enjoying it. We love it. Our detectives are upstairs celebrating now, and they're getting some movement on some cases, and I guess that gets the supervisors off their back a little bit. So now they're happy about that too. So we're happy that we can get the community involved in this. Our department's happy that we can actually bring some justice to some of these crimes that are happening.
A summer tradition is almost here again. I'm talking about the Kentucky River Clean Sweep. Here's what you need to know if you plan to go.
I'm Jennifer Myatt with Lexington's Division of Environmental Services, and you can probably see the Kentucky River behind me. And the reason why we're out here today is to encourage all of our citizens to come to the Kentucky River Clean Sweep on July 27th. July 27th is a Saturday, so it's a great day for cleaning up the river. We start at 8:30, and we recommend that people get here by 10 o'clock so that we can get you on a boat so that you can go out and clean up trash at the river. We recommend that all of our volunteers wear boots or shoes that can get wet, and make sure you bring your sunscreen and your bug repellent, and just be prepared to work hard and get a little bit of dirt on you, because we will be out on the Kentucky River. With all the rain we've been having, it's extra important for us to clean up the river, because lots of trash and dirt washes from our roadways, and it all comes to the Kentucky River, which is the source of our drinking water and also a place where people fish and boat and swim. And so it's very important to keep it clean for us, the people, and also for the wildlife and the plants that live there. We are under the I-75 bridge off of Old Richmond Road, and if you're using GPS or your phone to get here, you can use the address 9079 Old Richmond Road, and that will get you down to us, and you'll be able to see signs directing you to the parking area. We appreciate all of our volunteers who come out, and so we have some goodies for you. We'll have breakfast and lunch during River Sweep, and also a free t-shirt for all of our participants, and a chance to win prizes from local businesses. If you have a boat or a canoe and you would like to bring it, we definitely encourage that, especially if you can have space for other volunteers on your boat. You can register for the Kentucky River Clean Sweep at riversweep2019.eventbrite.com, and you can also follow Live Green Lex on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for additional updates about the River Sweep and all of our other upcoming events.
When we come back, we'll take a look at the historic Phoenix Hotel. Welcome back to Lexington Now. Our continuing series, Marking History, takes us back in time to the Phoenix Hotel.
Prior to becoming the Phoenix Hotel, this spot originally housed Postlethwaite's Tavern, which was constructed in 1800. Later to be called Wilson's Tavern, where Aaron Burr, vice president to Thomas Jefferson, visited in 1806, Burr had infamously shot and killed his political rival, founding father Alexander Hamilton, in a duel less than 2 years before. The Phoenix Hotel opened on this location around 1824. After it was established, the hotel quickly became a well-known landmark. As a prominent structure closely linked with travelers and tourism in the early history of the city, it helped to give Lexington the reputation that led it to be called Athens of the West. The famed Phoenix heavily influenced horse racing. Several races carry the name of the hotel. The Phoenix Hotel Stakes, which was first run in Lexington in 1831, is considered the oldest American horse race for 3-year-olds. In 1947, local radio station 590 WVLK relocated to the Phoenix Hotel from Versailles, Kentucky. The radio station remained headquartered here until 1980, before moving to Kincaid Towers. The hotel was demolished in 1981 by future Governor Wallace Wilkinson, who planned to use the site to build the World Coal Center skyscraper, but it was never constructed and considered by many to be the largest failed development in downtown Lexington. In its place, the Park Plaza was opened in 1987, followed by the construction and opening of the modern-day Phoenix Park. The site lies in shadow of Lexington's newest towering development, City Center.
The Lexington Public Library's Summer Reading Challenge encourages young readers and adults alike to log their reading time to win an assortment of prizes. We went to the Central Branch to learn about the challenge, as well as special programs and events at the library's branches this summer.
So the Lexington Public Library's summer reading program is called Dig Deep and Read Y'all, and then that is encompassed by our reading challenge, which is what you use with the reading log, and then also our special events and programs.
So the summer reading challenge is a citywide program the library puts on in the months of June and July to provide the citizens of Lexington with fun and engaging programming to encourage reading with kids, to help with that summer slide that happens. It's for children and adults ages 0 to 100 to help Lexingtonians have access to fun arts programs, science programs, and just to spend time learning and growing our community together. So the best way to get started with the Summer Reading Challenge is to stop by your local library location and get a Summer Reading Challenge log. And this is how you do it. You log your time reading, you log activities like coming to a library, visiting one of our tiny libraries, participating in one of our programs, and once your log is complete, you can bring it back to the library and get a free prize book, a voucher to the Friends bookseller, and other great prizes. And yeah. So the end date to finish is July 31st, so come on down to the library before then.
As part of the summer reading program, we have a lot of adult programs, something for every interest, everything from DIY aromatherapy to learning to do your family tree to local history programs, so there should be something for everyone. Both programs work the same. You complete your activities and you bring in your log and then you turn it in for a prize, and then you're also eligible to enter for the grand prize drawing, and there are 9 different grand prizes. There are lots of great things: a Nintendo Switch, an iPad, a gift card to Kentucky State Park, so there's something for everyone.
We have got a wide variety of stuff that's going to be going on across all 6 of our public library locations. Some locations will have the same programs happening, so you'll have the opportunity, if you miss it at one location, you can go to another location to see it. Some of them require registration, so that's something to keep in mind too, just to make sure you get your spot on the program. So I would like to actually get a little illustrations of what the programs are, so you guys can get enticed for what we've got planned for you. All right, I'm ready. Our summer theme this year is Dig Deep and Read Y'all. We're gonna dig deep into archaeology and take a look at what lies under our ground. All right, another program we have is Dissecting Owl Pellets. So we're gonna be able to dig deep, see what's inside those pellets and what owls eat for their daily diet. We have got a magician from Chicago, Illinois. He's known as the Magician of the Chicago Bulls. His name is Scott Green, and he's coming here for a family magic show. The library's kickoff parties are going to be involving Honey Hill Petting Zoo. They're bringing 10 different animals for you to interact with and to pet and to get to know. Slade, Kentucky is the home of the Kentucky Reptile Zoo. They'll be bringing a variety of live reptiles for you to see and learn about. For one of our programs, we're going to be taking our underground friends, the Nightcrawler, to do a worm race. Did you know worms would race? Come on down to the library, try it out for yourself.
One special program we have at the Central Library in partnership with the Lexington Parks Department is our downtown playground. It's every Saturday in June and July from 11 to 1. We have inflatables, sand tables, and games for the whole family, so come down and check it out. The Lexington Public Library has 6 library branches. This is just one of them. And so most of our programs repeat at different locations. So if you look in our program guide, which you can pick up in any library location, you can find out more about our programs and go to our webpage and our event calendar, and that'll tell you the times and the places to see what's up.
Here's a look at this week's shortened TV schedule for the holiday. Chris, what's coming up?
Thanks, Neil. It's the week of 4th of July, and all the meetings we have on this week's calendar involve the Urban County Council, and all are on one day, Tuesday, July 2nd. Lex TV will begin televising and web streaming at 2 p.m. on Tuesday with the Council's Planning and Public Safety Committee meeting. Now take note, the 2 p.m. start time is an hour later than the usual 1 p.m. start time for Council committee meetings. Then at 3 p.m. will be the Council's work session. Now, due to the Council going on their summer break later in July, both the formal Council meetings this month are on Tuesdays following the work sessions. This week's Council meeting will begin at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Then following on Tuesday at 6 p.m., the Council will hold a zone change public hearing for the property located at 2020 Russell Cave Road, changing the zone from an agricultural AU zone to an expansion area residential EAR2 zone. That's all for this week's meeting schedule. Have a safe and happy 4th of July, everyone. Neil, back to you on the set.
Thanks, Chris. That's all for this week. You can keep up with us on social media and check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter @LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For the staff and producers at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.